Hey guys, Mechanite here, and not too long ago, I put out a poll asking people what demon episode they wanted to see next. It was pretty close, and I'm definitely going to do the other two in the near future, but Pokemon as Demons episode 2 ended up winning, so let's jump straight into the art. Hey Z54, I can't talk long, I've got a lecture in half an hour. But I thought I might as well come back and review my footage from last week's battle in the meantime. Try and find any areas I could improve on.
Welcome back, Elijah. If you wish, I could analyse it myself and give you recommendations on what areas to improve.
Sure, saves me a job. I gotta say though, that battle was surprisingly difficult, considering that most of the demons, or at least the ones I thought, were Poké-demons, or Pocket Demons, whatever you want to call them. One of the Poké-demons that gave me the most trouble was the Talon Demon. It appears bird-like, but with no eyes and ash smoking from their wings. Their main abilities are their knife-like talons, flight, and pyrokinetic powers, able to blast fire, heat up their claws, and spread burning cinders with ease. Hey guys, Mechanite here. Sure has been a while since I've done design notes, hasn't it? I didn't even realise it had been this long, to be honest. Obviously I wasn't able to do it for this year's Kaijune, which just wrapped up. Maybe you should go give it a watch. Probably not one of my favourite drawing challenges, and I might not even like it as much as last year's Kaijune, to be honest. But I still think it turned out really well. Overall though, I'd say it's got lower lows but higher highs. And I'd say my favourite drawings from this year's Kaijune just really show my improvement from last year's. And obviously, that's not what this video is about. As you can probably tell, I write scripts for when I actually talk about the demons, do the lore and stuff. But I don't for the design notes because you can probably tell from my rambling. But as for this design, I don't really have much to say about it. Only bit I was a bit disappointed by was the pose I picked. It's a cool pose. I really like how it shows off, the ash going from its wings. I thought that was a nice touch, but I really wish I could have shown, the claws. It is Talon Flame. I really wanted them to be a big element of its design, almost like Mega Star Raptor's claws. But I just wasn't able to make a pose that showed them off and that I also liked. And then also overall, I think this one doesn't look as much like a demon as I'd want. Sure, it has the exposed bone, no eyes, looks a bit creepier, but I think I could have changed more, and that's kind of a design note I have for all the drawings in this episode. Regardless, let's have a look at how this drawing finished out. Another one of the demons which gave me some issues was the Galvanic Spider Demon, a type of Poké-demon we've known about for a while. It appears like this massive spider, besides only having 6 legs. It can create these electrically charged webs, which zap anybody who touches them. I got stuck in them a few times, which really messed me up and left me open to attacks from other demons. On top of that, their fur is also practically supercharged with static electricity, and they have crushing spikes on each arm. As you would obviously know, every demon is made for a purpose, whether in attacks or the construction of the demonic hive. The role of the Talon Demon is to pick off separated civilians, using its pyrokinesis to keep them isolated from any help. The role of the Galvanic Spider Demon is to use its webs to trap fleeing civilians, cutting off escape paths and overall just making it easier for more offensive demons to reach their prey, and harder for us soldiers to make it and save them. I'll be completely honest, one of the main reasons I made this video is because in a few of my other demon videos, I've referenced Poké-demons that I wanted to have designed at some point, and I thought, I might as well make the video now. I don't see any reason not to. For example, I referenced the Galvanic Spider Demon, this Galvantula Demon, in the MSM Demons video, And I referenced the Talon Demon back in the first Pokemon as Demons episode, so if you like this video, you probably want to watch that first one, and maybe even the MSM one. I know, shameless marketing, but I might as well, because I don't really have much else to say in the design notes for this one. I have to say it's probably my favourite of the episode, which is odd, because when I was making this one, I was expecting it to be maybe even be my least favourite, because it was just really hard to get, like, I don't even know what it was about Galvantula, but maybe the body shape or the details or something like that. It was really hard to replicate, and I kind of just came to the realisation of maybe, like, I think a lot of my drawings recently, I've been working too hard to, like, replicate the design material and, like, what I'm basing it off of, instead of actually changing the design, which is the whole point of these videos. So yeah, overall, I really like this design, probably my favourite of the episode, but we have another really cool one coming up next. You know, while a lot more of the aquatic-based demons we currently face have been created recently, considering the demons only became able to negate their weakness to saltwater not that long ago, that doesn't mean all of them were. In fact, in that very battle I faced an aquatic Poké-demon known as the Dunkleosteus demon, a beast capable of swimming through freshwater, but unable to survive in any saltwater.
Before you continue, Elijah, you should know that I have finished analysing your footage and will be ready to deliver suggestions when you are ready.
Thanks, but I think I'll probably wait till after my lecture. From what I hear, it should be about some of the demonic hive leaders we faced during the demonic surge. Seems like it's shaping up to be pretty interesting. You know, oddly enough, despite being the third drawing I've showed in this video, this was actually the last drawing I made, and I wasn't expecting it to be very good because the drawing I'd made before it I wasn't happy with, and that's going to be the last drawing you'll see today, by the way. But overall, I think it turned out pretty good. Relicanth was a last minute decision for this video. The other demons I knew I would use. This one I wasn't so sure on, and it kind of was just because it's the last one I picked. I just chose the Pokemon I thought would look cool. I do think I kind of fell into the trap I do with a lot of my demons, which is just making them bigger and removing their eyes, which is a thing I've done with 3 of the demons in this episode, so I mean, I suppose I did actually give it eyes, with the red spots on its back becoming these glowing red eyes, which is a detail I like a fair bit, along with the 3-chord tongues coming out of the mouth, even if that's not really inspired by anything. And I've been wanting to make an underwater demon with the lore of this demon, how it wasn't actually able to survive in saltwater, for a while now, and I suppose this is just the chance I got, so you know, it doesn't make that much sense for this demon, like, specifically, but I like that bit of lore, and I like this drawing, even if it's not my favourite from this episode, and overall, I like how it turned out, so let's just have a look. As you probably saw while reviewing that footage, the toughest demon I fought in that battle was known as the Phantom Dragon Demon. While most Poké demons are relatively low in terms of demonic energy, this demon can fly, has an intangible bottom half, and can fire its own quote-unquote children from these odd gun-like chambers on the top of its head. On top of that, it has metallic armor plating, is incredibly powerful, at least compared to most other Poké demons. It can reach speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. Its role in attacks is simply as a powerhouse, being hard to damage due to its armor and intangibility, but also very powerful with its rocket-like larvae. Now this is the drawing that's probably my least favourite from this episode, which is sad because Dragapult as a demon, I mean, it just immediately sounds super cool, but I don't even know what it is. Like, the original design, the pose I did, it just didn't turn out that well, even if, like, I actually thought it would look really cool doing it, and I thought it was really cool as I was finishing it up, but then I looked back and I just thought, it's kind of my least favourite of the episode. Now, I kind of took my lesson from the first 2, which was that I didn't change those 2 enough, so I tried to change this one even more, make it more slender. obviously making it look more speedy, which is the whole point of Dragapult, extending its arms, removing its eyes like I did with the other demons. It's a simple way to make things look scarier, removing the eyes, but like, if it works, I guess. And then I drew its like little Dreepy things, very different from like original Dreepy design, but I think it kind of turns out well, but overall, it's just not my favourite. Not bad by any stretch, but not great. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this demon episode. I've got a few more demon episodes in the near future, so I hope you all enjoy those ones too.